Hello techies. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms. So, let's know about Workday time tracking briefly. Workday time tracking is a user-driven, global time and attendance system. Workday Human Resource Management combines with Workday time tracking to deliver real-time employee monitoring and planning for overall leadership performance. To provide a comprehensive end-to-end consumer experience on the web, mobile devices, and traditional time clocks for global businesses. The topics we will cover in this video are functional areas, period schedule, work schedule. To know more about the latest and trending technologies, watch other videos on the Upptalk channel. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel to know more about new technologies. This video will be covered by Mr. Sachin. Now, let's not wait further and get started.
So, what's the important thing in Workday which you want to explore whenever you are actually exploring Workday and the constituents? What you need to do in order to find a module or a functional area, you'll have to type this task. All functional area. The moment you click on this and you open this, you'll see. One second. This particular guy has not. This functional area task. The moment you click on this, you will see a new screen. This is the whole functional area which this tenant is supporting. For example, it is supporting HCM, Workday students. Financials also it is supporting, core financials it is supporting. These are Workday modules. If it is yes over here, which means this is supporting. Okay. What we are learning time tracking. So what we are going to do, we are going to type time. And there are three things: time tracking, calculation, and time tracking hub. Okay. In order to have time tracking enabled in Workday, the customer purchased the module from Workday. And they purchase time tracking calculations, okay, and time tracking hub. So now, what is the difference between time tracking hub and time tracking? Okay, time tracking hub is basically a module, a functional area of Workday, where when we want to collaborate with external systems, okay, external systems means if you want to collaborate with external system like ADP, okay. And if you want to collaborate with Oracle, PeopleSoft, or Kronos, at that point of time, time tracking hub needs to be enabled. It is basically sending a receiving data through instructions or through EID. So that is the reason you see process import. Import means you are taking in mass submit time, report tracking. These are the things which needs. These are the things which are the constituents of this functional area. Okay. Apart from that, now these two time tracking calculation, it is actually basically for the in-house system. In-house system means you are doing the work in the system. Okay. Internal background calculation will run. Everything will be done inside the system. So time tracking and time tracking calculations are made up for the system. Okay. Time tracking. It has only few business process, that is assign work schedule, enter time, reported time, batch even, and request overtime. Okay, from the name itself, it is very much clear that what does this mean. Enter time means entering your time. Okay, once it is submitted, it starts triggering. Request overtime, the name itself says that you are requesting overtime to the manager that I'll be doing an overtime on a particular day. Okay, reported time batch event, whenever you are uploading any EIB, are you aware of EIB?
Yeah.
Alright. Whenever you are uploading EIB, the business process which will trigger is reported time batch and assign work schedule. Are you aware of work schedule?
Not sure, not in depth.
No problem. Work schedule is basically one second. Work schedule is basically your working days and non-working days definition. Okay. For example, I am a part-time employee in Walmart. Okay. And I work only Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Okay. And I work 30 hours. So which means my work schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Friday, 30 hours. Okay. That is my work schedule. And rest of the days are my off days. Similarly, other employee, Monday to Friday, 40 hours, Saturday, Sunday are off for them. So this is the characteristics of work schedule. This is work schedule. When you are working and which are the days you are working and which are the days which are off for you. All right.
Okay.
Great. I appreciate it. Okay. So this is the first thing that you need to understand and you need to uh, tell your interviewer on this part. Okay, this is the question that will come in the interview. What is the time tracking? What is the difference between time tracking and time tracking hub? Okay, this is the question that will come.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, this thing we have gone to the functional area. You may be seeing a lot of domains over here. Okay, maintain time clock events, manager time, time and scheduling manager, manager time tracking manager, approval process, ad hoc scheduling. Okay, what do you understand by domains?
Domain means the area that we need security access for in order to see for time scheduling and exporting time logs. So basically, when we started this time tracking implementation, what is the role we are having? Implementer role?
Implementer, absolutely, you're going to be an implementer if you are implementing for a company. But if you're in a customer, then you will be having a highest security so that you can have an access to all of those things.
So usually, so everybody is an implementer. They have super
No,
user access.
no. Everybody is not an implementer. Those who are from partner organization, okay, and they are implementing the system in your customer organization, they are implementers.
So yeah, that's what I mean. Like whoever has been enrolled for the from the company for implementation. So they are all
Hmm.
implementers.
Yes, yes, it is correct. You're correct. Okay. All right. Let's
Functional
move.
areas include domains and business process, right? This
Correct.
particular domain the people have access to.
Functional area is a module, and it comprises domains and business processes. Customers buy the subscribe to the functional area. Like HCM is a functional area. It includes its own domains and business process. Similarly, time tracking is also a functional area which includes its own domains as well as its business processes.
Okay.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Okay. Now let's move to the next part, which is the first pillar of time tracking. That is the period schedule. Okay.
Hmm.
So now let's go to the period schedule. I hope you must have gone through the period schedule in your absence.
Absence as well as payroll as
Great. Similarly, in time tracking also we have to go to the period schedule. That is the first uh, first base of time tracking. Okay. So you have to type a task which is known as view period schedule. Okay. Then let's observe the period schedule. Let's see this period schedule. Okay, one second. Let's select any of the period schedule. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are the things you'll observe in your period schedule would be this time tracking. Okay. If this
Okay.
is configured in your period schedule, okay, how to do it? Let's edit a period schedule. Okay. After going to the period schedule, if you see there are a lot of things coming up. One is the frequency, one is your usage, where your period schedule is going to be used. People
Mm-hmm.
actually have the general practice they do is they use absence as well as time tracking with a single period schedule. Okay, and some of the industry uses a period schedule only for time tracking, separate period schedule for separate of the modules. Like absence, they have a separate period schedule. Payroll, they have a separate period schedule, and time tracking, they have a separate period schedule. Okay, the moment you
So that means you are saying that they are not connected. When you
yes,
create period schedules, you create three period schedules for three modules.
yeah, you they can be connected. They are separate entities. They cannot be connected.
Okay.
All right. So companies do make sure that they can either they if they are if they are using a single period schedule for all of those things, it is okay. It is not going to be harm.
Okay.
Okay. If they want to make it separate, they can have it separate. Why separate? In order to reduce the confusion. Okay. All right. So if you see in the period schedule,
Mm-hmm.
you, there is only one eligibility rule. Okay. But it allows you to have multiple also. Correct?
Okay.
Multiple, you can attach multiple eligibility rules. Okay.
Yeah.
But you will never do it. Okay. You will never do it. You will have only one period schedule. Okay. Always one
One
period schedule.
eligibility.
One eligibility, correct. One eligibility, not more than one eligibility. Okay. If you have period schedule for different kinds of worker, like some workers are working monthly, some workers are working bi-weekly, then you will create different period schedules for them. Okay. Not
Okay.
not a single period schedule with that same eligibility. Okay. Because one worker will have only one period schedule. Okay. This is the ground rule. One worker will have only one period schedule. Okay. This is we are going to always implement. If we find that one worker is not having one period schedule more than one, he or she will never be able to enter the time. Okay. That is the
Yeah.
first block. Okay. One worker, one period schedule. Right. Okay. Now from the period started and period ended, you can see that this is a semi-monthly or a bi-weekly. I think it is a weekly. It is a weekly period schedule.
This is semi-monthly.
Uh, I don't think it is semi-monthly.
Yeah, it is. See, linked to payroll period schedule semi-monthly.
It is linked to the payroll semi-monthly, but period started and ended are not looking like that. Okay. No worries. I'll teach you a very good thing today. I'm just adding a period to in order to let you know what are these important parts. Open time entry, log time entry, and log for adjustment. Okay. Let's take 01, 01, 20, 21. Okay. 01, 31, 2021. 01, 02, 20, 21. 0201 2021 0228 2021. What is the period start date?
It is the first January 1st.
Great. What is the period end date?
January 31st.
Which means this is the period for January month. Employee will be entering the time for the January month. Okay. What is the meaning of open time entry? Open time entry is our 2nd of January, which means when the date is 2nd January in the system, employee will be able to enter the time from January 1st to January 31st. Correct?
Yes.
Open time entry means opening of the doors, welcoming that, hey, come and enter the time. Okay? That means enter the time from that period. If I make it like 01, okay, 012021. Okay, if I make it like this, which means from January 1st to 31st of December, okay, in the month of January, I will not be able to enter the time for the January month because I have closed the gate. The gates are not open. Okay, the gate will be
From
open
February 1st.
February 1st. Correct, you are correct. Okay, that is the first thing. Okay, the first concept is clear. Log time entry. We have made the log time entry on February 1st. Okay, after February 1st, 12 a.m., employee will not be able to enter the time for 1st of January to 31st of January. This is the question that the interviewer asked, and there is a lot of tickets or a lot of queries come for this part. Why my employee is not able to enter the time? What is happening with this? These are the questions which comes all the time.
Okay. So at that time we have to see, we open a period schedule and we need to see the log time entry. What is the date for the log time entry?
Yes, you will have to see that always. Okay. Now, in a practical scenario, you may see that some of the times human makes error, a lot of errors, like may have entered the time not submitted, may have wrongly entered the time, and that period, that month has crossed. Okay, what to do in that period of time? Okay, under that period of time, we actually add a unlock for adjustment. Any modification you want to do for this period. So from 28th of February, okay, the employee will be able to modify or change the data for January month. Correct? Okay. This is human error. Okay, human can make error. Human can make error during this period of time. Like they may have forgotten to enter the time. Okay. Okay. They may have done some of the entries, but those entries were wrong. Okay, and they need to change those things. So we generally company gives a window to make changes. Every company gives a window to make changes or enter the time if they have not entered the time for that particular month. Those hours, those time period of will be paid little late, but they will. Okay. From 28th of February till 1st of March, this is the window that they have to enter the time, which means we have given a enter the time. Close time entry means permanently closing the month. Okay, like nobody can enter the time. Even the god cannot come. Even if the god wants to enter the time for January, they will not be able to do it. That is the meaning of close time entry. Permanently sealing the time entry. Okay, this is the meaning of close time entry. Okay, but what if I don't have this?
That means it's always unlocked.
It will unlock it will be open after 20th of February, no closing. Okay, but generally we don't do
And
that.
no closing.
Yeah, we will have a close time entry in order to have the smooth transition for the payroll. else payroll will be complaining all the time. There will be a
So
rare
what
scenario
happened?
changing
Yeah.
this, because this is the ideal way which company works. Okay, you give a threshold date. If they do not do at that threshold date, you block them. Okay, and after that you give a window to make the corrections. When they are making a correction, it is fine. If they are not, then you close them.
Suppose an employee went on a long-term leave for disability or something, so he may not be able to enter the time. So at that point, the payroll should be run because there is a link to payroll part is here. So we need to add the dates for that employee, right? So
The employee will
how
have
it
to raise.
works?
Yeah. If if you have you the super user or the supervisor HR, they can enter the time on behalf of the worker. If the date has crossed, okay, then they will have to remove the close time entry and re-enter, and then submit and approve. It will pick in the payroll as a retro changes. Okay,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
yeah. This would be a retro changes which will come into the picture.
Okay. Okay. So this link to payroll part is like you really in the real time, do we need to enter this for each employee?
No, no, no. If there may be it is not for each employee. It is standard for the eligibility. Like for my whole population of Canada, if they are on monthly schedule, we will link it. Okay, and we are not going to link it. The payroll folks will be linking it.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, one worker will have one period schedule. Okay.
So how we going to assign to worker, like automatic assignment
No,
or
it automatically gets assigned. There is a time tracking eligibility rule. Okay, we are not going
okay.
to discuss. Okay, how to assign it? For example, regular pay group is semi-monthly. Time tracking worker eligibility is not empty. Time tracking worker eligibility is time reporter, non-project. Okay, if the pay group, all the workers with the pay group of semi-monthly will have this period schedule assigned automatically. How to assign pay group semi-monthly? This is done during the part of hire or during the change job business process. Correct? You
Yeah,
get the
part of
same.
hire assign the pay groups, assign pay
Correct.
groups. There is
Correct.
a business process, sub-business
Correct.
process. We need to do
Correct.
that.
Generally start during the part of hire only.
Okay.
Correct.
No such.
So the first
Thanks.
homework for the day, you are going to create a period schedule, okay, with 4 days, okay, don't link with the payroll. You will use open time entry, lock time entry, close time entry, everything, okay, and you will create that. That would be a monthly period schedule, and that would be for all non-exempt workers in Canada, okay.
Eligibility rule.
This eligibility rule. All non-exempt workers in Canada. Okay.
So here the question is like, if I'm creating a monthly period schedule, do I need to create it for 1 year or 2 years?
So
Because
just
there is a
do
thumb
something.
rule, right, in payroll.
Just do for 4 periods. Okay. Just do for
Four
4 periods.
periods. Okay.
Okay. You're not
Okay.
going to do for 1 year, 2 year, right? This is for your. Okay. Generally, in industry standard, we have period schedule for next 4 years, and also prior to the current year, we upload 2 years period schedule. Okay.
Yeah.
That is the industry standard. Like for example, any retro changes are done or any retro changes are coming up, then it will actually handle those situations. Okay.
Okay.
They are not going to ask you that what is time tracking. Okay. They are going to ask like,
Okay.
what do you understand by the workday time tracking terminology? What do you understand by the workday time tracking period schedule? Okay.
No, if
And if
they won't ask, what
exactly.
happens if they won't ask? How we going to explain it in the first
If they
place?
ask
Like we
what is
explain
time
the
tracking,
project and my
yeah,
experience. Then after that, we need to explain about time tracking.
yeah. So you will have to answer in such a way that time tracking is a crucial module of Workday, where the hours which are entered by an employee, it flows to the payroll via time calculation tag. Okay, it is a module which is interconnected with HCM. A part of HCM has its branches to finance, absence, and payroll. Okay, this is the proper answer. And then they will ask you how. The question they ask you, like, in our company we are going to implement the time tracking, what should be the approach? Okay, so you will first tell them that let's first gather the requirement, what we want to achieve, what is the current practice we are having. Okay, we will have to go through the current policies. Okay, and based on that, we will be solutioning our approach to the goal. Okay, first target, who are the person who are using time tracking. First, the population. What they will be doing on that? Are we sending it to the external payroll or the internal payroll? These are the certain questions that you are also going to ask the interviewer.
Okay. So I should let the interviewer ask the questions instead of going through all of the time tracking.
Yeah.
Okay.
The interviewer always asks they ask specific questions. What is this? What is period schedule? What is block time? All the time I have seen that. Like, I have given a lot of interviews in a lot of companies, and they ask these specific questions.
Okay. Yeah, basically it is covered in these modules, right? So in this training, so I'm able to answer those, the differences as well.
Yeah, correct. Okay.
So
All right.
one more question is, like, we need to create like four period schedules, right? Four type
We
of period
give
schedule.
you one period schedule right now, and with 4 periods.
Yeah, I know. That's my homework, but regularly in real time.
In real time, if the pay group is different, for example, one pay group is monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, then separate period schedule.
There are 4 period schedules.
Correct.
It all depends upon pay frequency. That's what you mean, right?
Absolutely correct. Because you define the frequency at the top of the period schedule, correct?
Yeah.
All right, great.
So what about daily? Sometimes we need to do daily also, right?
Daily
But it's rare scenario.
period schedule.
Yeah, because see, some of the retail industries, they pay workers daily, right? Wages.
So they then do in Workday then. It is not possible in Workday. I have seen any period schedule in Workday daily period schedule. No.
Oh, I mean hourly.
Hourly is different. Okay, you will get paid bi-weekly. You are a contractor, you will get paid bi-weekly. Okay, your hours can be stored every day. That is none of a concern. Okay, that is nothing to do with the period schedule. Okay, I've seen weekly frequency is something from which date to which date it is working. That is frequency.
Okay.
That is not, your question is not relatable with the period schedule. Period schedule is frequency of payments. Okay, I've never seen a daily frequency like for every day. You will, if you want to pay daily, you can have it, okay. But I have not seen any client doing that. Till now, my career I have not seen. Weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, I have seen it, but not daily. You can add hours, you can have it, okay. If it is there in Workday, you can do it.
No, it's just a question like how real time works. That's all I want to know.
No, daily I think it's rare. Maybe in India,
Yeah.
if they are capable of, if they are able to buy Workday subscription, then they can do it.
Okay.
But it's very rare. Okay. All right. So again, we are back to the screen. So what are the things that we learned today? We are on a good track. First, we got to know that what is functional area, what is time tracking
Mm-hmm.
hub, what is time tracking.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
We got to know the business processes and domains. All right. That is the second thing. Okay. Now let me share you a few things in Workday so that you are aware that these are the things which is available in Workday. First, this is the profile of the worker. You go and view the profile. You'll see a different screen. Okay. How to enter time. Okay. Go to actions.
Mm-hmm.
Again, time and leave. Enter my time. This is the time card. Okay, this is a time card for the worker. This particular worker is not able to enter the time. You know why? Because either his period schedule is missing, or he doesn't have a time entry template, or he is not having a work schedule calendar.
Okay.
Right? These are the pillars. We talk about the first pillar today. Now we will cover the second pillar tomorrow, but I'll just give you a glimpse because these are the important parts. Okay. If your three pillars are strong, then you will be able to have a strong, like, we want to create the base strong first, then the other model strong.
Yes.
There are three pillars in Workday time tracking. One is the period schedule, which we have gone through. The second thing is
Mm-hmm.
work schedule calendar, which we are going to do. And third thing is your time entry template. Time entry template is basically the UI version. This UI part. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What is the work
So
schedule calendar? Yeah.
oh yeah, go ahead, please. That's what my question is.
Yeah. What basically a work schedule calendar is basically a calendar which determines when you are working and when you are not working. What is your schedule hours of working?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that is basically a work schedule calendar. How to identify a work schedule for a worker? Let's go and see. Let's click on this worker. After clicking on this worker, we'll see the schedule for this worker. We go to the actions. We go to the time and leave, and we will go to the this portion, this area. Here, this is a specific worker. That is the reason we are seeing my schedule. Okay, time will leave my schedule. Okay, let's see other employee. Logan. Alright. Let's see this worker. Logan MM. Let's see her schedule. Okay, we'll go to the time and leave. We'll go to this area, view schedule for worker. It will pop a new screen. Click OK. This is the schedule for the worker for this particular month. Like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday and Saturdays are off. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can see that timings also, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This is the timings of the work. This is what you will call this. This is a schedule for a worker. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the meaning of the work schedule. Okay? And this is the work schedule
So
calendar for the worker.
so basically the time card, the period
In
schedules are related to time card, and time card we have these work schedules.
Correct,
Huh?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Once again, Shailesh.
Okay.
So basically, if a worker has a schedule, then we, for example, the work schedule is very necessary. For example, you're working 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. In some companies, you know, na, late time entry, early check-in. These are you aware of, na?
Yeah.
Right. The system will be aware that hey, he has done late time entry or he has gone early by looking at the work schedule calendar. Okay. If the employee is eligible for overtime also, based on the schedule hours for a day, Okay, then it will also look at the work schedule. Okay, work schedule is the very important part in order to determine the schedule of a worker on a particular work day.
Okay.
Okay, so that is one important thing. Okay. Now, how to configure a work schedule calendar? Okay, let's see that. Okay, there is a simple task which is known as create work schedule, and you will see a screen coming up on right away. Create work schedule calendar. Okay, you click on this,
Yeah.
and the first thing you will name the work schedule calendar. General, the best practice is if you're doing for specific country to country, use the country name like India, Monday to Friday, 51 hours. Okay, add a summary, add a eligibility rule. Calendar rule is basically a eligibility rule. Create a holiday calendar work schedule rule. Let's make it for India. Okay.
Okay. So this one is also a holiday calendar, right? We need to enter the holidays also, configure holidays as well.
You click OK, and let the description. Same name. Let's keep the same name. India. And let's say select a city also. Okay. There is also already a condition. I am using the same condition. Okay. All right. So, employee based out of India and in Bangalore, they will be using the work schedule. Okay. So, this is the first thing that you need to select. The name, the calendar rule. Who are going to be eligible? Okay. The moment you skip the eligibility rule, automatically the employee will get the work schedule assigned. Correct?
Okay.
Getting it? Okay. Now, this thing we will start. What is the day breaker? 12 a.m. You can make it customized like 1 a.m. is the day breaker, like the day starts and ends. Okay. Like what is the breaker of a new day? You can map it as per your as per your needs or the client needs.
Okay.
What week start date? What is the first day of the week? Some
Monday.
generally it is Monday. For some companies in Germany or European, they make it Sunday as the first day of the week. For example, UAE, if you know Dubai and other Islamic countries, they have the work week start from from Sunday, correct? Are you aware of that?
Yeah. No.
So in Dubai, Qatar, any area, Friday and Saturdays are off. The first day of the week is Sunday.
Okay.
right? Generally, like we are doing for the India, like for the first day of the week, and we call it as Monday Blue Monday. Okay, what will happen? The calendar, the first day in the calendar will be shown as Monday. Right now, let's see. Let me show you. Let's see this enter time. Okay, let's enter the time and let's see how it is impacted, which is the first day of the week. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you see over here Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and you see at the bottom, at the right, Saturday, Sunday. How this Monday has come over here? Okay, it is because you have given the work week start day as Monday. If you
Monday.
have done
Okay.
here as Sunday, what would have happened? It would have, the Sunday would have been here. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
all right. Okay, great, great. I hope you are understanding. Okay, bi-weekly calculation start date. Okay, if the calculations are bi-weekly, you can easily mention the calculation date. From which date you are starting the bi-weekly calculation. It is actually has an emphasis on payroll. That is the reason this has been mentioned. If I have not seen it getting implemented because the period schedule is very smart enough to handle those changes. But in case you want to make it more constrained, you will do it. Okay. In an interview, nobody is going to ask you about bi-weekly calculation started and configurable calculation period. Nobody is going to ask you. The first thing they would ask you, like, what is day week or what is the work week start date? Okay. What does that mean? Okay.